Shalom royalty, it's Ellie here. And so today I'm going to be doing a book review of The Human Energy Map, A Guide to Mastering the Chakras by Foster Ebayy. And so, on top of wanting to support fellow creators, I wanted to learn about the concepts that Foster talks about in this book. If you don't know who Foster is, he's a YouTuber, but he's more than just a YouTuber. I listen to his music as well. Let me go to the About Author page. Hold up. Where did About Author page go? Okay, I found it. And so it says, Foster Ebayy with real names. Forgive me, Foster, if you see this and I mess up your middle name, I am so sorry. I'm just an American. Please forgive me. Foster Chakra Ebayy is a teacher with cosmic consciousness, humanitarian, astrologer, creative music artist, music producer, writer, and sound engineer. And so he does quite a bit, and he's like a lot of people who are like this in our field. They can do a lot of things because they're spiritual and they're in tune, because it's not so much, oh, they're distracted, they do all this stuff, but it's like, no, God just gave us the gift to be able to reach people in different ways. So if his music touches people in a particular way, it's that gift. If his videos touch people in a particular way, that gift. If this book touches people in a particular way, that gift. And it just keeps going. And so I read this book in a day. It is a great read. It's like 190 something pages, so just about 200 pages. If you can't read it in a day, how I read my other books is one chapter a day. And so it's 19 chapters. It'll take you less than a month to read this if you're serious about your reading. And so it's really, I love how he wrote this. So let me show you guys something. He has visuals in his book. It makes it very, very easy to understand what he's talking about when you have a visual reference for it. Let me see. He goes into a lot of deep detail. I'm going to tell you guys what the chapter names are in a second. And so as far as mastering the chakras, he did a beautiful job of explaining everything detail by detail, bit by bit, piece by piece. Oh, and also thank you so much, Foster. I made a TikTok video and I reshared the TikTok to my Instagram, and he reshared my story. I was like, oh my gosh. And I got followers from it too. I was like, I was not expecting that. Like, y'all didn't have to follow me, but I appreciate you. Thank you. But, and so this is, excuse me. So this is the scale of consciousness. I've seen this on Aaron Dowdy's videos, if you guys know who he is. But yeah, at the bottom, it's the pretty, if you want to use, positive and negative, at the bottom are the quote unquote negative vibrations, and at the top are the most positive vibrations. So let me read the table of contents and tell you guys the chapter names. What are the chakras? Identifying the chakras, learning the chakras, locating the chakras, functions of the chakras, chakra balances, harmonizing the chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, prana, the aura, kundalini energy, levels of awareness, the earth's chakras. I think that's it. Yep, that's all 19. And let me also say this too, if you're a Christian or a fellow Hebrew who is watching this video and you're like, oh my gosh, you're talking about chakras and all that stuff, understand that the chakras are energy points in the body. And he breaks this down, and even if you don't believe in like the energy focal points and certain things like that, he breaks it down by science. And this is what they don't teach in schools. And so my sister's a biology major. And in our Bible study group, I brought this up that I read this book that day. And I explained what I learned from a little bit of what I remembered. And she was like, oh, so basically this is that in a bunch of scientific terms. And I was like, yeah, like basically, like I didn't go to college, but I understood everything she was saying because I was able to translate what he said in basically spiritual science language into, I guess, physical science language. And so, how can this be if, we're talking about chakras? And so look at this dude, okay? This person. Where people see a bunch of colors and they think that it's like a magical feeling when your chakra unlocks and all that stuff. Sometimes it does feel like that. I've experienced that before, not intentionally. Sometimes you'll just be having an experience, or you're doing something, saying something, and then you'll feel the glow. You'll feel the like it'll feel like that sometimes, but not every time though. And so you have the color of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Those energy points are also physical parts of the body. And so what I really love about how he did this is he broke it down by how you can help your body, not just your quote unquote energy. You can literally help your body by understanding that chakra point. And so let me go to the first one. What page would that be on? Hold on a second. So in chapter 8, it's the root chakra, in parentheses, the earth chakra. And that's me. That's the Capricorn energy. Yes, me. I think it's Capricorn and Aquarius. Let me make sure. It's me and you? No, you're a Gemini. Yes, I was correct. This is where it comes in with the astrology stuff. Shh. It's the Aquarius and Capricorn zodiac signs. The gender is masculine. And please understand, when we talk about gender, we're not talking about genitalia. We're talking about the general energies that the particular, force carries. The planet is Saturn. The weekday is Saturday. The element is earth. The metal is lead. He put a vibrational scale number. I don't know what that means. I think that's on the vibration point. Okay. So on the scale of consciousness, I guess that's what it means. Whereas like 20 to 50 out of 750. So it's at the lowest focal point of the vibrational scale. It is Archangel Cassiel. And so up until you get into that point, he's breaking everything down by literal science. And so he has some affirmations you can say to activate your root chakra. He talks about crystal therapy and the different crystals that are valuable for this particular chakra are obsidian, black tourmaline, tiger's eye, shungite, red jasper, hematite, a few of those. I actually have a shungite, and a lot of these crystals and stones are good for... Really? A lot of black crystals and black stones are very good for, the radiation and stuff that we're experiencing. So since we got like 5G rolling out, they're trying to upgrade our Wi-Fi and internet connections and all of that stuff. It's very good for you to get a few of the stones that I just mentioned. Like I said, I do have some shungite. I keep it by my phones when they're charging. I have like 4 phones. And sometimes I put it by my computer. And so I plan to get some more. So, I could travel with the one that I have is a little small one. And then I'm going to get the little, either the cube or the pyramid shape, so I can have it by my technology and in my space. So whatever type of radio waves or radiation tries to come from anything, I won't be affected by them negatively. And so it's very important for you to understand that just in general, but that's what he recommends for crystal therapy. Now, what if you don't want crystal therapy? I'm going to go over everything by science, okay? And so for nutrition, this is very useful for me since I'm on a vegan fast for the season of spring. So it's been pretty much a month already. And so let me read this part real quick. Nature is brilliant. It has also carefully placed before us so many fruits and naturally growing raw foods out there, in particular colors, to help us see and know what we need to eat to aid what part of our energy centers we intend to amplify. So like I said, by science and concerning that area of the body, he breaks down exactly what you need. So since that particular energy point is red, he recommends a lot of red colored foods. And it's not just because, since the rainbow is red, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not just coming out of nowhere. There's a reason that certain things are labeled a certain way. If you study God, you study the Most High, he loves math. He loves numbers. He loves having things in order. That's why he is the one who created the rainbow after the flood of Noah. and he created the rainbow to be in that particular order. So understand that this is going by God's order. This isn't just something that he made up or some quote unquote spiritual people made up. Okay. So he recommends watermelon, raspberries. I just got some raspberries yesterday. Red pepper. I'm growing some red pepper in my garden. Beetroot, cherries, tomatoes. I'm growing some tomatoes too. Beans, radish, strawberries. I got some radish. No, I got strawberries. Apples, specifically red apples. I got some green apples. And pomegranate. That's, those are just the ones that he mentioned. And I got some pomegranate juice right here. I'm really feeling myself with this vegan thing. Just understand something. Just go vegan for a little bit, just a little bit. You don't have to make it a 100% lifestyle. You don't even have to do it as long as me for, 3 months? Just, like Ralph Smart says, 7-day vegan challenge. And so if I'm let's just say I'm having pains in that particular area, the root chakra is associated with the lower abdomen, the anus area. Is not, I thought that the root chakra was connected to, and, keeping it PG-13, I'm going to be as politically correct as possible. I thought it had to do with the entire genitalia area, and I thought it had to do with sexual energy, but that's actually the sacral chakra. So I learned that in this book. Thank you, Foster. And so, if you're having issues in that particular area of your body, not just you trying to awaken your energy, but literally if you're having pain or you're having issues over there, you can eat those foods and it'll help with that particular thing. And so he breaks it down like that for every single chakra, every single part of your body, those levels. He also talks about sound healing and how the different energy frequencies and hertz affect that part of your body. And so, let me see, the ones for the root chakra, he said that the music notes of Si or Do, those affect the root chakra. And the mantra, I think it's pronounced Lam. So if you're going Lam, Lam, oh, okay. Yeah, I think that works. I didn't try that before. Anyway, and he said that 396 hertz is the frequency that the root chakra is associated with. And so, if you play music, or you get like sound bowls or something, or those tuning forks, and you get to 396 hertz, that'll affect your root chakra. Aromatherapy, the essential oils of vetiver, I don't know what that is. Patchouli, don't know what that is either. Cedarwood, ginger, rosewood, cloves, and black pepper. Those affect the root chakra. And he also talks about the mudras that are associated with the chakras. Now, before I show you guys what a mudra is, understand that the Illuminati, the powers that are aware, the cabal, they stole a lot of stuff, okay? A lot of this stuff isn't just naturally evil. You do have to be careful when you use these things. A lot of people use them and they don't even know that they're using them, or they're just associated with different things. So you're using it regardless of whether you want to or not. Before I show you this, ain't nobody throwing up no gang signs. Gang members took things from other civilizations too, or if they tried to make it up, it existed already, okay? So this mudra is, let me see, what's it called? I don't see the name for this one. Let me read this. While meditating helps ground us, the different chakras have unique hand mudras that can be enforced or applied to increase the experience or feeling more grounded and stable while meditating. The diagram is illustrated in the figure below. Thumb and index fingers touch, straight arms straight, hands on knees. Nope, I don't see the name of this one, but it's this particular mudra for the root chakra. It's pretty much the same one of the dude on the cover. And so each different chakra, he breaks it down like that. And I think that's really, really cool. And this is the scale of consciousness for the root chakra. it's quote unquote the lowest vibration, but you have to realize Earth is 3D. So the more solidified something is, the more grounded it's going to be. So, I mean, I don't really know how else to explain that. It just is what it is. So it's not something to be negative about it. That's why, like, I'm not tripping. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm not going to be like, oh, my sign is associated with being the lowest vibration. Like, I'm a cardinal sign ruled by freaking Saturn. Like, there's so many negative connotations. Like, our tarot card is the devil. We're the goat. Like, it's like the imagery of Baphomet. Everything pretty much negative is associated with my sign. So it's like, it's not that, you have to take things in an evil way. It's that understand that it is the lowest vibration, and it is what it is. How I am as a person. Before I started self-developing, I would like to be very, very controlling. I didn't like a lot. I still don't like a lot of spontaneous things. It's like, even if I'm having a surprise birthday party, you don't have to tell me where we're going, but tell me that I'm having a surprise birthday party. Like, that's the type of person I am. I don't like surprises. I don't like anything that's out of my control. That's just how I am naturally. And so when you understand certain things and you understand why you are the way that you are, it makes living life a lot easier. Don't take it to where you're controlled by your root chakra. You're controlled by the chakra that's associated with your sign. You're controlled by your sign. You're controlled by the planet that rules your sign. No, that's not how it is. I think it's in Galatians, where I read that, we're not controlled by the sun, moon, and stars, earth, and all that. This is for my Hebrews and Christians. So, when you accept Jesus Christ as Lord, you're not ruled by anything. And for other people who don't believe in Jesus as well, it's when you are at a certain level of consciousness, you know that you're not controlled. Even though certain things are just by default, you either have to work to change it and put in effort, or you are able to like change it about yourself, and you're not, you don't do certain things by default anymore. You build a habit and you change yourself. So you build a lifestyle out of your habit. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It's very, very informative. It's definitely going to help me continuing to be vegan for this season. Like I said, it's been just about 30 days now. I'm really proud of myself. I'm happy. It hasn't been perfect. I made the mistake of trying to get healthy cereal, and I ended up buying honey bunches of oats. But that's pretty much, I'm not like just out here eating meat and dairy every single day, or animal products every single day. But one thing that I can definitely tell you from this vegan fast is that manifestations happen a lot faster. So if you're believing for something, whether you're an intercessor praying for somebody else, or you're doing self-development and you're doing something for yourself, just know it happens a lot faster. So with me using this guide to make sure I'm eating certain foods for different parts of my body, it'll just enhance everything that's already going on, which I'm really excited about. This is why you have to make sure your energy's clear, that you're not selfish, you're not doing things to gain and not to give. Like, my entire purpose is to give, doing everything for everybody else, not necessarily saying that I don't do anything for myself. God takes care of me. I don't really have to do much effort for myself. That's why I don't really pray for myself too much. I'm mostly interceding on behalf of other people. And so with that being said, it's just a beautiful thing to understand exactly what's going on. Like I said, this is spiritual science. They don't teach this stuff in school. They don't want this type of stuff in colleges. They don't even want it to be common knowledge. Y'all, I saw an ad. I'm gonna wrap this video up, but I saw an ad saying, do you feel sick? Don't do this. And it showed a person grocery shopping with like lettuce and other healthy stuff in their basket, like some carrots in their bag. They said, don't do this. And it had them, it had like some alternative health doctors there with like spiritual people and stuff. And they said, don't do this. I forgot what the last thing they did was, but it's basically self-medicating. And they said, do this instead. And then they had somebody getting a COVID-19 vaccination. I was like, that don't even make sense. That don't even make sense, bro. Are you kidding me? It was an ad. That was not a video. It was not a parody that somebody was making fun of the government for. That was an actual ad. They were telling people, don't take your health into your own hands. Put it into the hands of one of these corporations that came up with the vaccine. That is what they're telling the people. It's wild out here. It is absolutely bonkers. So I appreciate people like Foster who are producing content like this, because understand, books are going to be so important, man. They shut down Young Pharaoh. Ain't no telling who else they're going to shut down, man. So get yourself some books. For my Christians and Hebrews, make sure you download some Bibles. Make sure you buy some Bibles for yourself so you can continue learning, because it's absolutely wild. But I did want to share this. Thank you once again, Foster, for sharing your art with all of us, and not just your art, but your expertise. I really do appreciate that. Your YouTube channel, your book, and your music, bro. Check out his music. It's such a vibe. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much. And as Foster says, you are now multi-dimensionally tuning out. All right, Shalom, royalty. I'll see you in the next one. Tawada.